welcome to Definitely Not Funny. Actually, the least funny person I know. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Definitely Not Funny. I am your host, Jackie Norris, and today we are joined by my dear friend, Grant Parker. Grant currently runs a hard seltzer startup with his best friend, who isn't me, his other one, and really gets to live out his washed up frat star dreams. He also honestly gives some really good advice on how to differentiate yourself in a highly saturated industry, which is like funny for me to hear from him because in college, Grant was the kid in our accounting class who would take everyone's calculators and use the numbers to write like boobs. So seeing him be successful in a professional setting is really confusing to me. I'm experiencing a lot of cognitive dissonance with that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Grant Parker.
I love Flo Rida. Actually, went to a Flo Rida concert once.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
When did you go to Flo Rida? Also, I like that you're calling him Flo Rider.
Oh, it was.
It's Flo Rida.
It's Florida.
Yeah, not Floridar.
It's spelled
yes,
like
but
Florida.
you're selling.
Flo Rida.
No, you're saying Flo Rider.
Flo Rida. It's Rida. Flo Rida.
Yeah, Flo Rida.
Flo Rida. Right. Flo. How do you say it?
Can you please sit closer?
Okay.
Not that close.
Okay.
Right there. Do you see where you are?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Audience, if you think it said Flo Rider, hit the button right here. If you think it's spelled
Flo Rida, hit the button right here.
there.
Best part is there's no buttons.
Wait, I thought we had an editing crew.
We do
over
have an
here.
editing crew.
Okay.
Consists of myself, and I don't know how to do interactive buttons. So let's.
Well, it could be like an Instagram poll at the bottom when you post it on Instagram.
Sure. All right. Welcome, Grant Parker.
Hi.
Buongiorno.
Bonjour.
You went to Italy recently.
La plume.
A
Yes.
global traveler,
Yes.
if you will.
Yes, I love traveling. Jackie actually just invited me on a trip to Norway.
Yeah, everyone bully Grant into
This
coming
is
to
a
Norway with me. Bully anyone into coming to Norway with me. Anyone who wants to go to Norway, let me know. There'll be an episode from Norway.
We better.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, would that be the first reoccurring guest if I went to Norway? Oh, so somebody's come on it twice?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good for them. Bummer. Bummer that's not me.
I think you'd have to come on like 3 times.
Okay, the Triple Crown. We'll make that work.
The Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Okay. In Norway.
In Norway. Okay. Yeah, no, I just got back from Paris. It was a very...
You were in Paris?
Yeah, I was in Paris.
When? I thought you were in Italy.
I was in Italy and Paris.
Oh.
I only know select few words in French.
Like what?
Plus je bois, mieux je parle français.
What does that mean?
It means the more I drink, the better I speak French.
Oh, that's so funny. Wow, were you in a frat?
Yeah.
That's such a funny frat boy joke.
Oh, okay. Good
you
one,
really
Jackie.
have me
Good
ruffling
one.
right now.
Okay.
Get it? Rolling on the floor laughing?
Yeah. Oh, I've never been big into those. Like, what are those called? Are those
Acronyms?
Acronyms. Yeah, I've never been big into those.
Sit closer.
Yeah, oh, sorry. It's like,
Okay,
are
but
you
not
nervous?
too close.
I'm nervous.
Like, I can't sit closer. I'm too nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm supposed to lead this interview.
No, that's yeah. I mean, that's what being a guest on your podcast entails.
Okay, great. So, Grant, you're a lovely boy. You're from Pasadena.
I am from Pasadena.
And you went to school with me at the University of Southern California.
Yes, Jackie and I actually met at 90.
The 901 Bar and
Wednesday.
Grill.
Yeah, and I knew she was a gamer because I asked her to come to Morongo with me that night, and she was like, "I'm in."
Why didn't I go again? I had a flight the next morning.
Yeah,
It was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
No, it was
No?
the Wednesday.
Oh, before winter break.
Before winter break, and me and Richard were at the eating wings.
Yes.
And he was like, "Oh, Jackie's gonna come." That was a great Richard impression. By
That
the
was
way.
a pretty good Richard impression.
So we were like, "Oh, let's go to Morongo." Of course, naturally.
Yeah.
And you were a gamer, and then ever since then.
But I didn't end up going because I had a flight.
You
the
didn't
next
end
morning.
up going.
But I wanted to in my
and
heart.
We were college students, so the thought of losing like $60 to you was pretty
big.
daunting.
Also, we were under 21.
No, you could play at 18 in Morongo. That's why we like the Morongo Indian tribe.
Oh.
Yes. So that's why people drive all the way out there compared to, Yes, I know all the local casinos in Southern California. But yes, that's when Jackie and I met. We met at USC. I'm from La Cañada. I grew up. Jackie, everybody knows you're from Boston.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
And then we fell in love when we were driving. Or actually, we went grocery shopping in Stagecoach together.
Yeah.
And that was romantic. And then we were driving back from Stagecoach. And Grant's like, so what are you up to today? I was like,
yeah.
I have to go break up with my boyfriend. Other than that, I have I have a study session for like for accounting, and then I have to go dump my boyfriend.
You kind of slid it in there pretty like.
And then I'm gonna eat dinner at Theta.
It was like a to-do list. It was just a check mark next to it compared to everything else.
And like Grant's like, you want to talk about it? I was like, nope. And then I fell asleep, and he drove me back to school. All right, and so right now, you work in a very niche industry. Hard seltzer. Never heard of it. New product. Emerging market.
New.
And you work for a startup with one of your friends.
Yes, we are Study Break. We are a craft hard seltzer company here in Los Angeles. We're a higher ABV. We use natural.
What does that mean? It gets you drunk faster?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
You don't have to drink as much to get drunk.
Okay.
But
so it'll take me like a quarter of one.
Yes, you'll be micro wasted in no time.
Oh,
but that's like
wonderful.
You're a target audience, Jackie.
I am. I'm every alcohol brand's target audience.
Yeah. You've consumed. I mean, you go to every liquor store. You go to every bar.
Every night, I'm trying different drinks. Like
Yeah,
I'm refining my palate.
Keeps the craft beer world round.
I know.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
And everybody probably knows, but Jackie cannot drink.
They know.
Yeah.
Do you know that I have like listeners?
I know you have listeners, but what about my listeners that I'm bringing to the podcast?
Okay, that's true. But I have like strangers.
I know, but I'm just curious. You never know.
Okay, but I'm just trying to hype myself up for a minute.
Yes, hype. I mean, if you're not going to toot your own horn, nobody else will.
No one else will. So yeah, I have strangers who listen to my podcast.
That's great.
Thank you.
Actually, we were at the Victorian the other night, and somebody did come up to you and said how great your podcast was.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
But that was someone I knew.
Yeah, but still, it's
really
nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of people have come up to me and started saying that. It's been really cool. It's like
that's great. You're doing a great thing.
People I like knew peripherally. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
You guys. Doing something special here.
Doing something special. Yeah.
As my dog fucking goes down on like a bull penis.
A bull penis?
That's what it is. That's what the
last
bully
week it was a
sticks are.
monkey ear, and now it's a bull
pig ear.
penis.
It was a pig ear.
It's a pig ear. Now,
he mutilates animals.
They sell those at like Petco?
Yes.
Bull penises?
Yeah, well, they're called bully sticks.
And that directly translates to bull penis?
To like dick of bull.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd love to think of the Petco team that was sitting around the table. Okay. How else can we get the utilization out of this bull? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
They're using all the parts.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of...
He's very happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, let's get back to the interview.
Back to our regular scheduled programming.
Yeah. If we had commercials, this would be a great time. Yeah, so we'll be back right
after. We'll be right back after the commercial. But actually, this podcast makes no money, so there's no commercial.
No saying that it will... I mean, can we do like an OnlyFans for podcasts where people donate?
If it's just you.
Or Twitch. Yeah, I'll donate.
Patreon.
Patreon? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Patreon.
Are you like even in the content creation field?
You know, not yet, but I think this is going to be kickstarting me into the...
It's going to launch you.
Yeah, it might. You never know.
I think it will. Okay, wait. So back to Study Break. It's a higher ABV. It's going to get me more drunk.
Yeah, so it's going to get you... I mean, it's just a little bit of a higher ABV. We use natural...
Sorry.
You're really stuck on this higher ABV. That's all. I think I've sold the case already. Yeah.
Keep going.
I've already sold the case. Good. We've increased sales. We use natural fruit juices in there. We have no sugar, and 1 carb per can. So
damn.
Yeah, and it's also made right here in LA.
And I will say, for everyone listening, this is not paid. They're actually delicious.
Thank you. Yeah.
They're really good. And I'm like very picky and averse to alcohol because I'm just not used to drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoyed the mojito one I had.
Thank you.
I thought it was
appreciate
delicious.
that. We
You're
like
welcome.
to differentiate our flavors by not having any of the flavors that you're going to see in some of these normal variety packs that when you go into a store, like the black cherry, the mango.
Yeah.
Those
You
are,
don't do that.
we don't do that. We try to have a combination of flavors because we want to have flavors that complement each other very well. So we do a mint and lime, which tastes like a mojito.
I loved that one.
That one is we do a raspberry lemon. We have an orange and pineapple, and we have like an iced tea lemonade coming out. So it's very delicious. Maybe we can crack one at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack it open.
Yeah.
And then I won't drink it, but yeah.
I mean, you could try it.
I'll try it.
Yeah, you could have
I'm not going to drink a full one. I'm going to be white girl wasted off of a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter.
We already talked about this.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll make it happen.
In Norway. Okay. Anyways, it's like a wine base. Did you tell me that or something?
Yeah, so one of the ways we make our seltzers a little different is we use an orange-based wine to keep the ABV a little higher and keep the flavor really crisp and smooth. So when we use the orange-based wine, it allows us to have a lot cleaner ingredient label as well, because when most seltzers are made, they throw a ton of additives and sugars, and we get that natural sweetness from a wine. So not something you'll see on every seltzer, but that's what we like to do to have more flavor. And yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
They're gluten-free?
They're gluten-free, they're vegan, so perfect. They're low calorie it's very similar in calories to like a White Claw, and very no carbs, and one carb, no sugar. So sorry.
Love it.
Yeah.
A singular carb. Okay, well that was good. I liked that musical sound effect.
that was from my vocals, not from a touchpad.
Yeah, that was all Grant. Okay, so what's your day to day?
So
what's your role and what's your day to day?
So my role,
what's your favorite sex position?
Okay, well,
no, I don't want to know the last one. Do not tell me.
I was starting with the day to day, clearly. So the day to day, you really do a good job of setting up these questions and having a very clear thought when you come on this podcast. The day to day in a startup can differ all the time, but I run sales for a company, so I'm the one that's making sure that it gets on the shelf and finding new accounts, prospecting, forecasting growth and potential for where we can see our product getting placed. I'm also the one going into bars and liquor stores and Total Wines, talking to national accounts for Total Wines, Bevmos, distributors that we could possibly dealing with. So the day-to-day varies. So we have something called on-premise and off-premise in alcohol. So an on-premise is a place where you can go drink a beer at. So it would be like a bar, a restaurant.
Oh.
And then off-premise is something...
An elementary school?
In elementary school. No. It's a place where you can go and buy our product, but you're not allowed to drink it at the same
That's
spot.
off-premise.
So that's called off-premise. So in off-premise places are like liquor stores, grocery store, a Total Wine, anywhere you can just buy package. So we separate our sales into two different categories. And yeah, so we go visit those accounts. I go visit a majority of the accounts because that's how people hear about us, and that's how we get bartenders excited about it, and they pass it along to their customers. And we have tap handles, and we serve.
What's your little tap handle?
Our little tap handle is one of our cans.
It's adorable.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Can I have one?
Yeah, you could have one.
You could give me a tap handle?
Yeah, I give you a tap handle, but what
you have them?
Yeah, I have them. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very normal. Yeah, we make them ourselves. It's kind of cool.
How do you make them? Out of clay.
Yeah.
I sculpt them.
Yeah, we sculpt them. No, we get a basic tap handle and we design it ourselves in-house.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would really, really like one.
Okay. Well, maybe we can give you one at the end of this episode.
Thank you.
And it'll be like a trophy.
And I can put my little like podcast thing on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could pretend it's a mic for Zeke.
We could put like the microphone on it, and then we could walk around interviewing people. Yeah, that could work.
Study break.
With study
Promo.
break. Promo.
Yeah, always thinking.
We're always thinking ahead. Sales. Yes.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of collaborative stuff.
Like with elementary schools.
Why are you stuck on elementary schools? We do a lot of collaborative stuff on the marketing and like finances of the business. And we also brew everything ourselves in our own brewery in Gardena. So
Next to an elementary school.
No. But we'll tie in elementary schools at some point.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I want. As long as there's a callback to it.
Oh, we need a callback.
That's all I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you didn't really tell me. You did tell me a bit the day to day. You said on premise and off premise as well. We got a little education in there. What do you say are like what skills are you honing right now? What skills are you using that are like, damn, this really like is helping me out that I have this ability?
Well, with a startup, there's always obstacles that you have to overcome daily. So some of the skills that I've been developing are something just getting out there and doing sales is always really hard, and walking to a random bar that nobody's ever heard of Study Break and convincing them, hey, you need this. You need
How
to
do you
sell
do
this.
that? Like you show up to the bar and then you go to at like 2 p.m. and you go to the bartender and you're like, can I speak to the manager?
Yeah,
what do you do?
so
walk me through it, okay? I'm a bartender.
Yeah, I love this. A little bit of role play.
Oh.
So I'll walk in the front door. I'll
be like, oh my God, who's that hot guy coming into the bar right now?
Oh! That's actually the only reason we've been able to sell anything. We have Jacob Elordi sell everything for us.
It's this face.
It's pretty easy. So that is a great sales tactic that I've been using going forward. But I'll walk into a bar and I'll ask a bartender, or I'll ask for the bar manager, usually somebody who's trying to get to the bottom of who's in charge of putting what on tap, or who decides what beers they carry in their bar or liquor store, because sometimes you can spend a good amount of time talking to the wrong person.
Yeah.
And yes, they can be a gateway person that eventually leads you to the bar manager that will buy your stuff. So I'll walk in, give a little pitch, tell them about the product, get them super fascinated, see if they like drinking seltzers, see if they've had seltzers before, see what's worked well.
See if they've ever heard of a hard seltzer.
See if they've ever heard of it, because it's just so new. But you'll be very surprised. Some people are like, man, these seltzer things are starting to like uptick. They're really going in the right direction.
You're like, yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah, have you ever, yeah, you ever been in a grocery store recently?
Exactly.
There's like hundreds of them. But
it's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah. But we try to do everything we can just to create awareness. We go to beer festivals, we do outreach, and yeah, we just try to chase as many people as we can, because ultimately that's what sells people on the product, is when they have the ability to try it and they're like, wow, that's delicious. And that's what keeps us motivated to sell more.
So let's say, okay, I have 8 things on tap. Okay, I'm a bartender.
Yeah.
They're all like, I have Sam Adams, I have Heineken, whatever.
Yeah.
Why am I going to switch out one of my 8 for yours?
Well, that's what I usually try to get to the bottom of.
Okay.
So,
you're like, that's kind of my whole fucking job.
that's what we do every day. So
yeah.
One, I'll usually try to pick on the weakest link. So if I'll ask about questions of each of the taps and talk about them. So, hey, look, like I've had this Oktoberfest beer. It's November. So it's a lot of it's timing. Sometimes you can walk in and they're like, hey, I haven't ordered any beer this week. You're get really lucky. And then sometimes it's just they like your product and they believe in you and they like everything that you're about. So they're like, hey, my Sam Adams doesn't really sell. Let's put something in there that I think is going to sell a little better.
Yeah.
So that's when Study Break comes in. Or, hey, look, I'm looking for a gluten-free option. Hey, look, Truly has not moved. And that's a problem we face a lot too, is people put Truly on tap and it doesn't do doesn't do well.
So they're
for them.
like, I don't want to put another seltzer.
Yeah, they group seltzers in together.
Yeah.
So I come in and I'm like, hey, look, maybe it was just the brand, not the product, or so.
I dig it.
Yeah,
That's a cool game.
It's a cool game that you get to play, and I'd say that's a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. Just learning how to talk to somebody and seeing how their reaction's going. If they speak things that are very positive, I like to keep focusing in on the positives. Oh my God, I love this taste. That's the best seltzer I've ever had. You keep bringing that up. Why is it the best seltzer? Why do you think this? So it keeps it fresh in the front of their mind. So at the end, when it comes time to buy, they're like, man, this is the best seltzer I've ever had.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. So, and then usually the customers think the same thing, and that's how we grow. And we've never spent any money on marketing. We've just all word of mouth. And now we're in the top 5 seltzers in Southern California.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So,
Great.
yeah. I mean, there's not too many, but it's...
no, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
What are the other ones?
Well, so we have Truly, White Claw, Topo Chico.
Yep.
Those all sell like crazy. That's probably what you see. High Noon doesn't really count in our category because they use like a vodka base. So that's very popular. But we're behind Ashland as well.
Ashland Hill, yeah.
Ashland's very popular. But we're one of the top selling seltzers on draft.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. We're sold at a ton of places around USC, around LA, Orange County. So
fuck yeah.
We're growing quickly.
And soon around Dartmouth.
Soon around Dartmouth.
You're going to attack
thanks
the
to
country
Jackie's
from
brother.
Bi-coastally.
Bi-coastally.
That's cool.
Thank you, Jackie.
What is it like working with a friend?
Yeah, so working with a friend can be very difficult sometimes, but it can be very rewarding. We came into it knowing that we were best friends. You start off on a little bit of a higher level when you work with the friends.
How'd you guys meet?
We grew up together.
Okay.
So we're both from La Cañada. We both went to USC, and now we both work together. It's really rewarding because when we accomplish something, we already have such a good relationship and we know everything about each other that it makes our successes that much sweeter. But I like it. It's also sometimes when you have to make business decisions and you just have to separate the two.
Yeah.
But I love working with a friend. I would highly recommend it because there's times where on a Friday we get to try new seltzers and all of a sudden we're drinking together.
Yeah,
and
it's like technically work.
It's technically work. And this is what we do for a living. And we're living the frat kid's dream, like you're saying. We're drinking a Friday, Tuesday.
Freshman year Grant would be so proud.
Freshman year Grant would be like, that's
he would
epic.
Lose his shit.
But
he'd be like, I'm quitting baseball now. Sorry.
That's completely fine. Yeah. See ya. But it's definitely a challenge, but it's always more rewarding. And it's really, if it's done properly, which I think we're doing it properly, it becomes one of the most rewarding things in the world because you want to make your friend proud and you want to carry your half. There's a sense of responsibility that we hold each other accountable for. I don't think we would have that if we just met each other off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's fun.
That's a good take on it.
Yeah.
What skills, like what things do you do to really keep it separate? Like when you guys are talking, is it sort of like on weekends we don't talk about work or? It's
pretty straightforward. We never really, we set boundaries at the beginning, but it just becomes consuming. Very consuming. And when you're trying to run a business and you're not making a ton of money like yourself, the business is making a good amount of money, but you want it becomes your baby almost. We're almost two parents raising a little kid. So we care about it so much. And when good successes come, it's really exciting to pick up the phone and be like, hey, guess what happened? This is awesome. And we're the first people we
want to call anyway.
We want to call. So
I love that.
It's really makes the whole, I keep saying rewarding, but that's really what it is. And I think we hold each other accountable because we challenge each other. And when we're able to, I feel like I'm talking about somebody, but it's more of like, it's a good checks and balances. I don't know.
I love it. So, as someone who works for an alcohol brand, I'm curious what your thoughts are on drinking culture.
Overconsumption of alcohol?
Just like, I don't know, you also as someone who went to Europe.
Monsieur.
Cigarette.
J'ai la plume.
But as someone who, like, American drinking culture is very different than European drinking culture from my understanding.
Yeah, I think Europe versus the United States drinking culture is night and day. Europe, when you grow up with drinking all the time and it's just another aspect of your life, when you're allowed to drink very young and it's not a forbidden fruit, they treat it with respect. And it's just, yes, they go to the pub and they overconsume.
Yeah.
But it's not something that they're doing 24/7 in a sense. I'm not sure.
It's not a rebellion act.
It's not an act of rebellion.
Where I think here it is. Like an 18-year-old getting drunk is an act of rebellion.
I believe that 100%.
Right?
I think we saw it freshman year. A lot of people kind of come out of their shell and they've never really dealt with alcohol before. So they have one. Oh, it feels pretty good. They have two. It feels pretty good. And all of a sudden they're chugging. I can drink as much of this. I'm invincible. Next thing you know, they're passed out on the floor or they're throwing up. Or we've all overconsumed alcohol before, but it's just knowing your limits and kind of having a respect for alcohol, I think makes it a lot more, like, in Europe, they have more respect. In the United States, people just want to chug. It's become part of the culture. It's cool to shotgun beers.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love shotgunning beers.
You're good at shotgunning
I'm
beers.
good at shotgunning beers. I'm a little bit of competitive.
I was in a frat. Do you remember?
I'm competitive. I want to shotgun
I'm an
more.
athlete.
Yeah. We have the competitive spirit in us. So I think America has a little bit of a problem right in college. It just has become too much, and it's the only way you can measure yourself against people when you come to college. So I don't I think drinking culture is a lot different, but it just comes down to in my eyes, it's a forbidden fruit, and people just get, oh my God, I can drink. My parents aren't watching.
Yeah.
Let's go drink all night long. It sounds like a blast. And that's when people start running into issues. And
because now I even feel like our age, people don't like get blackout as much anymore.
People black out.
But I think they do accidentally.
I think they do accidentally.
I don't think that, but I think like freshman, sophomore year, people are like, I'm going to get fucked up tonight. Like, I'm going to black out.
Yeah,
like, they go in intentionally. Whereas, like, when people black out now, it's like, fuck, I did not mean to black out.
Yeah.
Like,
I would have to agree with that. But I think when you're not taught properly how to respect alcohol or how to be like, hey, like, you need to check
Respect the pouch. Respect it.
Oh my gosh. You just need to learn the right ways, and once you kind of dial it in and you have more responsibility, people black out less and you start seeing it. And people, I think, wake up a little bit in the United States. They realize all the bad things that can happen when you drink too much.
Yeah.
And the education comes when they turn 21, even though they're drinking when they're 18. So it's part of the maturity process almost in the United States. It's not even, it's just how you learn. And some people are just never had the issue at all, but some people overconsume. And it's almost funny. Like when you're young in high school, funny things happen, funny stories happen. You're always waking up like, oh my God, guess what? Guess who did this?
Who?
So, I don't know, but
was it you?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's you, sometimes it's somebody else.
It was never me.
Yeah, it was never you.
Tear.
Actually, maybe it was you sometimes, but you didn't have anything to blame it on.
Yeah, well, no, I've done that, but I know what it was. I have no excuse. But alcohol's not an excuse, and that's a different topic for a different day. Okay, what's your favorite flavor of Study Break?
My favorite flavor right now is the one I'd have to drink the most is the raspberry lemon. It's the red one. That's in our core flavor.
Are they different colors?
Yeah, they're all different colors.
No, but like the actual liquid.
They all pour clear.
Okay,
so
yeah. That would be alarming.
Yeah.
Okay, if it was a
No,
different color.
some of the flavors have color just due to natural fruit juices. We use a blueberry juice in one that has it comes out
Wait,
a little
cute.
blue.
But it's
So-
not like a fluorescent green. It's not like green
No.
Gatorade.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Completely.
Which I think is good, and I think that's good
yeah.
for you guys.
The
I
iced tea
think.
lemonade one.
We don't need an AMF.
No.
For anyone who doesn't know, can you explain what an AMF is?
AMF is the one-way ticket to blacking out. It has, I believe, rum, tequila, gin, and vodka mixed with some
Blue dye.
I want to say grenadine almost. And there's a little Sprite, to give it a little carbonation, maybe a little lemonade. I'm not even fully sure what's in those.
It's
but
like a mix, and it stands for adios, motherfucker.
adios, and you'll have one of those, and you will wake up behind a Jack in the Box. And not speaking for personal experience, but I swear to God, that's never happened to me. But just to prove the point that crazy things do happen when you have an adios motherfucker.
And that's an AMF.
Yeah, that's an
And
AMF.
study break is not an AMF.
Study break is not an AMF. We like to have carefully crafted hard seltzer that
Love it.
super smooth, easy drinking. You're not getting hints of obscene alcohols, and just has good flavor.
Just enjoying with friends.
Enjoy with
It sounds
friends.
like a fun like day drinking drink.
It's a great
Like that's
day
the vibe
drinking
I
drink.
get from it.
Yeah,
Like a fun like let's go to the beach type
It's
of
good.
vibe.
I mean, do you want to go to the beach this Saturday?
I went today.
Did you really?
Yeah, I always walk on the beach every day.
Oh, that's
Isn't that pretty
nice.
cute?
That's like super romantic. You and Zeke.
Me and Zeke, he's the best time ever.
Oh my gosh, this guy's spoiled. He lives the best life.
He really is a lucky. Look how
Bull
fucking happy
penis
this
and
thing is right now. Bull penis and beach,
yeah.
but in the same day? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Jeez.
Damn, I didn't even get.
You're really living LA
Penis.
to the max.
You missed my comment. I just got beach. I didn't get the other part of the day.
Well, we
Fucking
could start
Zeke.
swiping. We could do a
No, we're not playing on Hinge right now. I'm stopping. I'm pausing on Hinge. I keep
Yeah.
doing this where I go on Hinge and I go off Hinge. Right now I'm in an off stage
Okay.
because I realize I just keep doing the same fucking thing and it's stupid.
How's it going for you? Like
What?
being off of it? Do you need like hinge patches or
No,
something?
no, it's going well. I went on a date on Saturday and it was just so beat. And I was like, all right, I'm over this. This is a waste of my damn time.
Yeah, I could have been walking on a beach with Zeke.
Literally could have been watching it. Well, no, literally, like my friends invited me to hang out and I couldn't go because I had to go on a stupid date. And I was like, what am I doing?
Stupid
And then I
dates.
realized what happens. The pattern that happens. Can I talk about this right now? I
Yeah,
know it's
talk
your
about it.
interview, but
No, I
I'm
don't
trying to get
care.
into my therapy session. The pattern that happens is I'm bored on my phone and I want validation. So I want attention and validation, okay? Two things I love. Most people love attention and validation. So I go on Hinge because I can get attention and validation. So then I end up talking to some guy and we're talking back and forth and it's funny. And I'm like, oh, he's funny, whatever. And then he asked me out and I'm like, sure,
Yeah.
let's do it. Whatever. Commit to a date. And then now all of a sudden I've got a date. I've got to go to fucking drinks with a stranger on a Thursday. I don't even drink. And like, I'm roped
We'll just
into-
start asking for study break.
I should.
And then the waiter will be like, "Oh, you want study break?" And then that'll help
like,
me when
yeah.
I walk in the front door.
And then I'll text you and I'll be like, Grant just went to Townhouse and asked for study break. They said they
Okay,
don't
but
have
continue
it.
about
Okay,
your
okay.
hinge rant. Sorry.
And then you know what we could do? We could go on fake, or you could do this with your girlfriend, but we could, we could go on fake dates to bars where we ask them for study break.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
Man.
be like, oh, like, do you have study break? And they're like, oh, no. I'm like, okay, well.
I get obsessed
Then I guess-
sometimes. I'll go to bars, ask for it. I'll call liquor stores just to
Asking if they have it.
asking
I love
if they
that.
have it. I ask employees how it's been moving, or I'll sometimes even go in undercover and order study breaks.
I love that.
I mean, anything I can do to just get the
name out there.
get the name out there, and somebody comes back and be like, "Oh my god, the study breaks really moved," and then that's how it starts. And people are like, "Recommend that stuff sells all the time," and then people are like, "Okay, cool," and they grab it. They think they're part of a trend.
I love
and
that.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so anyone listening, next time you're at a bar,
just
Ask
ask
for a
a
study
study
break.
break, and they might have it. Yeah.
and just be like, hey, do you guys sell a study
Yeah,
break? And
DM.
be like cool about it. Be
Yeah.
like, do you guys sell study break here? And they'll be like, oh no. They'll be like, oh, okay, that's fine. I won't have anything.
Yeah. Man, you're smart.
Damn.
This is some good PR.
You're welcome.
I mean, It's like you should do this for a living.
I fucking wish. Wouldn't that be cool? We're getting there.
But yeah, so Hinge guys kind of suck in LA.
It's just such a bummer.
Yeah, public service announcement. Hinge guys, come on, let's pick up the game.
It's embarrassing. And then also, like, there was this guy who I went on a date with because I met him in real life, and it sucked. Like, it sucked. This guy was so whack. Like, there were just a lot of problems. And then I saw him on Hinge, and I saw his Hinge profile, and I'm like, this is, like, such a catfish. Because he's not lying on his Hinge profile. It's all pictures of him. He's very hot. Has his, like, where he went to school, what he does for work, like, his height, where he's from, like, all of these, the age, all of these things that if I saw, and all of them are true. And if I saw the Hinge profile, I'd be like, this guy seems awesome. Like, totally my type to a T, checks all the boxes, seems great. He's a great texter, so texting back and forth with him would have gone great. I would have shown up to the date and then been like, oh my God, I'm on a date with a fucking weirdo. So when I saw his profile, that's when I was like, yo, there's something wrong.
Sense.
There's something wrong with this formula. So I'm over it. Stay tuned for a week from now when I have another Hinge date. When I'm bored and I want validation.
From this episode, I went on 3 Hinge dates in the last 3 days, and here's how it's went.
Literally.
It's going to be the next episode.
That'll be the next one. We'll find out.
Well, congrats on your Hinge dating life.
Thank you. It's going swimmingly.
We'll make something work. Don't worry.
I'm not too worried. It's just the issue that I get bored. I get bored and I want validation. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Like, so I'm like, every time I open my phone and I like am bored and I want to like scroll on Hinge, I go to Pinterest.
Oh,
I love Pinterest.
Interesting.
And I plan our Norway trip.
And that's why we're going to Norway.
We're to get Jackie off Hinge. We are now having to fly across the world.
I mean, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes for the cause.
Maybe we can come home with a Norwegian boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aren't
they? Oh,
How do they talk?
Maybe you could go to Norway.
He's a Viking. Yeah. You know, my last name is Viking. You know how Vikings speak Norse?
Your neck, like...
Norse, like they're like Norse language. Norris.
Oh, Norris. Yeah.
It's derived from Norse.
Norse. Oh, nice.
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 Nice. My. You know that's from?
We're not playing the game anymore.
You know what that's from?
Yeah.
Do you know what that's from?
Finding Nemo.
Oh, okay.
What is Finding Nemo? Like Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I was like, do I have to answer?
The correct way to
respond to that. Okay, cool. Grant and I are going to play a game.
You've always wanted to play this game.
I did. You have to make sure you're holding your mic, though.
I am going to hold the mic. Don't worry.
Okay. It's called East versus West. So if you put a line down the middle of the United States and the East and the West got in a civil war, who would win? Which side do you want to be?
You know, I think... Wow.
That was sick.
That was sweet. Did we get that on camera?
Yeah, we got that on camera.
For everybody that didn't see that, it was just...
Replay. Boom, boom, boom.
I dropped my pen in like the coolest way I think anybody's ever... It was sick. If James Bond
if you
could
were
drop...
13,
yeah,
like...
I would be practicing that for hours.
Everyone would be in love with you. Okay.
I want to take the East Coast because I'm from the West Coast, so I think that we do a little bait and switch because you're an East Coast baby.
East Coast baby.
And you left your family on the East Coast?
And I left my family, but I'm going back to see them for Thanksgiving.
Yummy turkey. What if that's like
tryptophan.
What if that's the clip like to start the episode?
That's the promo.
Yummy
turkey. Oh. All right.
Okay. So you can start us off, Jackie.
I go first. So like we're gonna list off like assets.
I say we take our. I say we take the top 5. We're gonna do 5 things from each side.
Okay.
Okay. Or you have more? Did you?
We have more? Area 51. That one, I mean, it is a hit or miss because like maybe there's nothing there, but I think there could be a lot there that we really could use to our advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to rebuttal that and I'm going to go, we have Florida. Like, in all
Florida.
the stuff Florida has. I mean,
Florida man.
if you Google Florida man into Google, we have all that. Plus we have alligators. Plus we have all the Cubans in Miami. We have everything in Florida. Florida is a huge advantage in my side.
You've got a lot in Florida. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you. That's a good one. I think Florida and Area 51 could go head to head.
Yeah, that's like the center stage of the
battle. Yeah. Okay, we have big tech leaders. So I'm going to put like Zuckerberg, Bezos, and Elon Musk all in the same.
Energy.
No. I'm going to put those three together as one. Can I count that as one?
Yeah, you count that as one.
And they just have a lot of like resources and power and control.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with these New York City rats. I've never been to New York City, but
which is a problem and we need to change. We'll go there after Norway.
Yeah, we can maybe.
What are you doing for New Year's?
Maybe we do a layover.
What are you doing for New Year's?
I don't know, Jackie. Scroll through Pinterest. Maybe you tell me.
I'm going to New York. You should come.
I mean, New York or Norway, you pick one.
No. Porcino Los Dos, Grant.
Is that in Norwegian?
No, that means why not both?
Oh, porque? Is that what you said?
Yeah, but in like a gringa accent is how I said it in.
Yeah.
So you have New York rats.
New York rats. I've heard they're like super
radioactive.
radioactive.
They're the size of my dog.
I mean, if a million of these things came running at me,
Oh my God.
Elon Musk would not know what to do. He'd be like tweeting, "Oh shit."
That's so true. Okay, you know where he would go?
What?
He would go to a bunker in Montana because we have, those like celebrities that prepare for like doomsday and they have their doomsday bunkers.
Yeah.
We have those to protect our civilians,
so you
like
can just
District
hide?
13, like District 13.
Oh, nice.
To protect the women and children.
Oh, great. Yeah, so you could reproduce for the 100-year war.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, to play on the East Coast, we have Jersey Shore. So,
okay.
Frickin' Snooki and all the people involved on the Jersey Shore and that energy, like that's going to boost our troops. And
you feel really confident in like Snooki and Jay Wow to
Yeah. Have you seen the show?
Carry the team?
Oh, for sure. Like that is some morale. I mean, if I saw that, if I was going to war marching and I saw Snooki and Jay Wow,
you'd be like, I'm in.
I'd be like, I'm there.
Like,
yeah,
this
come
is the team
in.
I'm rooting
Yeah,
for.
I'm so glad that guy's on my side. Like, thank God they have bunkers. Ooh, I would be way more involved.
Do I get Texas?
You can have Texas.
Thank you.
I mean, that might be.
So I have Texas.
That might be a cutoff to our oil.
Texas has, we're controlling oil. So Texas/oil.
Okay.
And then what did you have? I'm
going to write West Virginia. I don't even know what goes on there, but I think that state is very advantageous to
like
our
Area
cause.
51 vibes.
Yeah, it's I don't know anybody that's ever been to West Virginia, but I mean, I don't know. I think it could be very good utilized. Those people are, from what I've heard, they'll do anything.
You're putting your bets on it.
And then that leads into the rest of the South. So what's your fifth one?
My fifth and final answer is the pent up testosterone of the male Mormon population. All those like 18-year-old boys at BYU, they're gonna carry the team.
No, they're the last.
They're so fucking horny.
Sounds like all the guys you meet on Hinge too.
No, it's so bad.
Well, I think that would be equal on both sides of the battlefield for the Hinge thing.
You don't have Hinge on your side.
Oh, is there no Hinge on the East Coast?
No, there is Hinge on the East Coast. I mean, I don't know. Sorry. I meant the Mormons. Anyways.
Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. For last place, there was two I was going to go with here. The honorable mention is Jackie's grandmother. I wanted to give her a shout out. Bubby, crazy Bubby. Bubby would have your back. But I also gonna go with fifth place. This is more for morale for my troops. We have the Yodel kid from Walmart.
No way. Do you know I have a shirt of him?
This kid is insane.
Do you know I have the shirt? It's my favorite shirt.
Yeah.
My Mason Ramsey shirt.
Yeah, the Mason Ramsey. He's low-key like a superstar now.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
We have all the crazy yodel. Like, that'll get me fired up to go in. Did you not see his set at Coachella?
I saw it live.
You saw it live. And
fucking fight me.
Yeah, how excited were you?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
No, it's like, you know how feeling. like the military, they have like the trumpets like that.
Yeah.
That, but you yodel.
He's like our drummer boy. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love this. Who do we think wins?
You know, I don't know. I think when you stole Texas, I kind of
took the game because Texas just has
game.
so much.
Because I mean, if Texas just was if East versus West versus Texas,
like it would be a pretty even match.
Yeah.
So since I took Texas, I win.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I lost when I gave you Texas. So
well,
I'm okay with that though.
Strategic. Oh my god, the camera's
smart.
crooked.
Okay. Well.
Okay. My final question for you.
Okay.
Grant Alton Parker.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
The advice I'd have to give to my 16-year-old self. You know, I sometimes don't want to give him too much advice because it's really would be really entertaining to sit back and watch him figure everything out on his own. I would say take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Don't say no to meeting new people, new jobs, or going to interviews, because you never know what happens on the other side of those things once you go through those doors. So that would be number one. And I'd love to teach him how to like shotgun a beer or some of these simple things that I learned way too late in life. Not,
but you're still excellent at it.
Don't
forget, everyone.
I mean, once I learned it, I became really good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little behind the curve, but it's okay. And then otherwise than that, I would just tell him like work super hard and take advantage of every opportunity and just have a good attitude, because when you have a good attitude, everything else will fall in line. Everybody likes a positive person and everybody likes to see a good smile on everybody's face. So make people's day when you have a good attitude. So
fuck yeah.
That's what I would tell myself. And
I love it, GP.
I would sit back and I'd watch with a little study break and just watch it all unfold.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
If my life was a reality show through college and meeting Jackie, it'd be cool to like have that footage.
That would be the highlight of the whole thing.
That would be the highlight.
I know.
It's a star, but it's okay. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for allowing me to come on your podcast. Thanks, Zeke, for chewing on a bull penis.
And let's go play some more Song Association.
I love that game. Song Association, fantastic favorite game. Improv game.
Can't talk to the camera anymore. It died. But we do love talking to the camera.
Yeah, we do love talking to the camera.
Yeah. All right, folks.
Well, we'll see you next time on Definitely Not Funny. Why did we both turn to the camera?
I know.
Definitely not funny.
Did you laugh? I didn't.
I hope you look back on this someday.
Fondly.
But like before my wedding or
something. But more fond when we're in Norway.
Oh, we can play it in Norway.
We can play this game in Norway on the airplanes. I'm a trip to travel with. Either you think I'm really fun or really annoying.
I can show you the world's shining, shimmering one.
Splendid.
Shining, splendid.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.